how did you work with staging? Can you tell more detailed?
Detailed. Now this is a trap question. If I answer that, I won't be able to come back, I'm sure. Well, it was first trying to, we were walking about those texts that we wrote, I rewrote one to be the same stage of everyone, same step. And so it was first about seeing how we would express it with no direction, just saying the text and trying to see how we could find an interesting way to leave it on the stage. And then we would see if we could work with the other trainees, them interacting and seeing how we could add this, not only staying on stage still and saying the text or playing it or whatever, but also how to act with, because we're not alone and we're a group, and so we have to think about how the other are into this moment.
How does it feel to be so open about and sharing something that's quite personal to yourself in a group of people that you don't know?
When we say it like that, it can sound a bit frightening or a bit okay, no, I don't want to share. But we're all put in the same, the same level. We're all sharing something personal, and they're absolutely with the exercise we're adding and all that. We feel that we are our own bubble of trainees. We're together in it, and there's not someone that we're going to judge because we are saying that you had this in your life. No, it's just okay, you're sharing this and I'm sharing this, and we're both giving something from us. So it's feeling really natural.
You mentioned that you did some exercises. What kind of exercises is it that you have been doing to get into this bubble together?
Well, we had a lot of exercises about these energies and how to feel how do you feel this joy, how do you feel the pain or disappointment, and it was really interesting in the way that it was helping us to get involved personally into it, because it wasn't just you have to act as if you're disappointed, but it was you have to think about someone who's been disappointed you. And so you have to be in it, just leave it more than play it. Two of these exercises, there is one where you just on stage and then you say, for example, I hate my uncle because, for example, but there also this exercise when you have to meet another trainee, so it's a two-person exercise, and you have to meet with that emotion and just imagine the other one is the person in your life that's creating that emotion, that disappointment that we did. And so you have to cross that person, and then you can talk if you want, but in your own language, which is also really at the beginning it's also a way to defend yourself, because when you have your own language and you know that you're the only one understanding it, it's a way to protect. You can tell the truth, but you protect yourself from the others, and then you can speak in English, and then at that moment you open yourself.
So how has this exercise been important for you? Continue on with the staging of this Truth Motherfucker piece.
Even if I knew some people from last year, there were two new trainees, Sole and Lorenzo, and when you have to start to work with someone, most of the time in theater it takes weeks or months to be close to the person. Then you get really close, but it takes a long time. And with this personal, energetic exercises, you have to work with that person, and you see in this, it's really difficult to explain because you actually see in this person's eyes how she really feels, and you share that moment, and that's something really, really strong, I think. And then after that, you know that you can count on that person, even if you know that person since yesterday, you can count on that person, and on stage, you know that you can ask okay, I would need, at that moment, I have to give a lot of myself, so if can you focus on me and help me in a way, just looking at me or being there, that I can feel you around, and it helps a lot.
Yeah, but you have been working a lot with Berit Engman as your leader, and who have been doing these exercises and also the staging. What do you think is important qualities in a leader leading this kind of process where you are very open and personal.
Yeah.
What do you think is like important qualities?
What I love in Berit is that she's going to tell us like about an exercise that maybe you will feel a bit shy about it, but she's going to tell us like in a way that you know that you have to do it and everyone will do it. But at the same time, she's not like forcing. You don't feel forced in any way. She's really soft, and she's like you can talk about whatever you want, and you also feel like that she like, how can I say that? She knows the methods because she can apply it to herself too. Like it's not like she's just taking a method and saying like, okay, you have to do it, but she's also giving an example involving herself. So you feel like she's part of the group. Like she's a leader, but she's not like far away. There is no distance.
Do you have like 3 things that you will bring with you from these days? It could be both things you've been doing on stage, exercises, or things that you happened outside this room. Do you have like 3 things that you will carry with you when you go back home?
3. I got this confidence about creating things myself that I didn't got because I'm just a student, and most of the time you're just like answering exercises when you're at university or something like that. And when I came back from Sweden last year, I felt that I was able to create my own performance, even if it was what it was, like just something from someone who was starting in the theater world. I felt that confidence about I can create something in a short period of time, but something that is actually worth watching, worth working on. Then second thing is, out of the workshop, we meet like so many amazing persons, and you know that I know that in the future, if the links between us, they won't just disappear after this week. They're gonna stay, and if we see each other next year, it's gonna be exactly the same. I think, like we will be so happy to see each other, and that's something really, really strong that I think we don't talk about so much. The links that you create during theater work with your colleagues, and the last thing then, well, actually. It's here during the Truth Motherfucker project that I first sing on stage in a microphone or something. So now I got like I already like last year I did it and it was the first time, and this year I was already more confident about singing on stage, and I just like went and okay, I'm gonna do it.
Well, do you have something you want to add, like this overall experience? It could be whatever. It doesn't need to be about Truth Motherfucker. Like something that you would like to share from this whole experience coming here and being here.
It's like a really microcosm, like microcosm. I don't know, well, whatever, like a bubble. Let's say, like you live for the theater and you live in that really good creative mood. You really you feel nice. You don't feel like you can talk about things that are really hard, but you don't feel like shit or whatever. You feel really good, and at the end that you know that even the bad things of your life they're worth something. They're just not scars. It can be something beautiful if you manage to be like strong enough and be brave to pull them on stage with people that are going to help you. You're not alone, and then I think it's something really great, really beautiful.